Hey, this is Dani, you and me living free. And if you haven't seen the short, then you don't know that I buzzed my hair again. But if you've seen my van life videos, then you're used to me with buzzed hair. But that's not what I'm going to talk about today, even though it is so much fun. Anyway, I would just say to anyone who has ever thought about buzzing your hair, do it. Let this be your sign. Let this be your encouragement. Because it's so freeing. It's so darn freeing when you do it. It's empowering, it's freeing, and it's just so easy. And now there's like one less thing for my brain to think about is what am I doing with the hair? What products do I need for the hair? Blah, that whole conversation is gone. What do I need for my hair? Nothing. What's the plan for the hair? This is the plan. Take the clippers, set it to 1 inch, bzz, 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 and that's it. That's the plan from here on out for a while. So I don't have to think about it. But buzzing the hair is part of trip prep for me because it's like when you're on the road, I just want the easiest possible thing. It never gets in my way in any way at all. My hair never gets in my way. And I absolutely love that. And I just like to be as efficient and everything as I possibly can. So buzzed hair, trip prep. I was going to do some dramatic video where I pull everything out of the van and then clean it and then put things back in a little at a time and kind of show you and do like a time-lapse video. So what I'm doing instead is I'm just going to do one piece at a time. I'm going to do one little thing at a time. And this is a theme of mine as well. If you've watched any of my little workout shorts or any of that, is baby steps and just breaking things down into small, manageable pieces so that it doesn't feel overwhelming and it isn't some huge deal, but it's like if you've got a few minutes at a time, you can make progress. That's how I like to feel about things. If you make a great big project out of it, you're like, the question is like, do I have 4 hours, a chunk of 4 hours and the energy and the weather and the everything that I need right now to do this big project? The answer is almost always no. But if I break it down into little bitty pieces and think, okay, it's overwhelming. I'm just going to start with my passenger seat. Yes, I have time to do that. So it's just so much more practical with the baby steps and then not get overwhelmed and everything. So I'm still going to film as much of that as I can. Blah, blah, blah. I was going to make this such a short and informative video, and now I'm just blabbering, which is just like me. It's exactly like me. That's exactly what I do. But anyway, I'm going to try to get on track here and provide some value. But the people who are only here for the value are probably gone already. They have stopped watching. Anyway, here's the practical side of it. Normally, when I come home from a trip, I take it all in the house and I organize and clean out the van, and I just have the bare essentials in here, and then I have a bunch of stuff that I keep in the house. And so I didn't do that this time because I didn't have another trip coming up and because I knew I was going to be moving. So I just left everything in the van. And now it's just kind of a big fat hodgepodge back there. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm starting with, and then I'm just going to start to slowly organize, and I'll just video it. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, here's just kind of a quick peek at what we're looking at. Even when I'm traveling in the van, it doesn't look this discombobulated usually. Look, I left the sheets in there. I left my pillow. Normally I would take in all my bedding. I didn't leave my refrigerator. I didn't leave perishable food, but I left some food in cans and some nuts and stuff back in the plastic bin. And here's where everything goes downhill. Okay, I'm not going to joke. I'm freaking out. I'm not going to get too much closer, but I don't know if you know what those are, but I'm freaking out. Okay, I've tried to restart this video like 3 or 4 different times, and I'm going to try to get through it this time. I have or had a rodent or rodents in the van. Number one, it's disgusting. Okay. It's really, really gross. And the idea of literally having to take everything out of this van, clean and wash and sanitize and go through the laundry and run through dishwasher and scrub and throw away and all of this stuff to every single thing in the van. Okay, that has to happen, number one. And that's an overwhelming thought. Number two is the idea that I would be going to sleep at night in the van, feeling all safe and secure, and then hearing the pitter-patter or the scratching or the whatever, like sound, right? And knowing that I was in the van with a rodent, it's like a nightmare. I need to know I've gotten rid of this thing or things before I take off and spend a night here. And if you watch van life videos, or if you are a van life person, or you talk to van life people, almost everyone you know has dealt with mice or a mouse. But it is a reality. And so it has happened, and I'm horrified, and it grosses me out, but it also overwhelms me because I'm supposed to be leaving. I'm supposed to be researching, planning my route, researching where to stay, having fun, cleaning the van a little at a time, remember my baby steps. And now I just feel like discouraged and overwhelmed. I feel overwhelmed. Part of that is just because I've been sick. I'm behind at work. I'm behind on trip prep and everything else. So I just need to take this one step at a time. I would love to hear any advice or input that you have on mice in the van, mice or maybe a rat. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to discuss the exact little details, but I can't be overnight in this little steel box if I think that there's a rodent with me. I can't psychologically do that. So I'm concerned, and I'm stressed, and I'm overwhelmed, and I could use your input. So let me know what you think, and send me all the good vibes. I'm sending you all the good vibes. Thanks for being here. Thanks, extra special thanks to my patrons, and I love you all, and I will see you soon, I hope.